Hello and welcome to another episode of Coach's Commentary. I will be reviewing the game between the Knight Riders and the Punjab Kings. This was played at Mohali on a belter of a track. The scorecard obviously reveals that that pitch was really good for batting. Knight Riders won the toss and elected to bowl first. The Kings 11 did extraordinarily well, with their skipper Shikhar Dhawan leading the way and setting the tone along with another left-hander, Bhanuka Rajapaksha. Both these batters got runs, and the important thing here is that they got their runs at a very healthy strike rate. Anything around 140 plus in terms of strike rate is really good. I say this because we've seen a lot of batters get runs, but they do not really conform to the needs of the situation. They would have numbers against their names, but let's not forget that Dhawan and Rajapaksha's efforts have to be lauded a little bit more because they're setting the tone. When you're batting first and you don't know what exactly would be a good target to set, it becomes a difficult thing to understand and then devise a plan. But Bhanuka Rajapaksha and Shikhar Dhawan did a fantastic job at the top of the order, so much so that the tempo that they set was picked up later on by Jitesh Sharma and Sam Curran. The Punjab Kings have a fantastic batting lineup, so much so that they could even afford to send Shah Rukh Khan at number 7. He's a sensational striker of the ball, and he's also learned how to pace his innings because he has engineered a lot of victories for his state side in the domestic competitions in the white ball formats. But be that as it may, Shikhar Dhawan is expecting people to be flexible and adaptable, and that is the mantra, obviously, especially in a T20 format. And it does seem like that he is going to be expecting his batters to be ready to go and bat whenever it is that he wants them to be out there in the middle. As far as the KKR side is concerned, the surprising element was the way Sunil Narine was targeted by the Punjab King batters. He's conceded in excess of 10 runs per over. This is something you don't get to see at all. Along with him, Tim Southee went for a lot of runs as well. It looks like the Punjab Kings batters were very sure as to who they're going to go after. And they had a very good outing, and they set a stiff target of 192 for the Knight Riders, which is always going to be difficult, regardless of how good a pitch is batting. When the Punjab Kings took the field, they were absolutely pumped up, and the impetus was provided by none other than Ashdeep Singh. What a fantastic young fast bowler this Ashdeep Singh is. He picked up a couple of wickets in his opening over, and he obviously created that buzz and provided that encouragement and fillip. And any side that is chasing a huge target ends up losing a couple of wickets in the first over itself is going to be really making things difficult for them. That seemed to be the trend of the Knight Riders innings. And uh, the innings was further picked back by useful overs from Sikandar Raza. Yes, you would expect him to score useful runs, but his ability to bowl different variations depending on who is bowling to. When I say that, I mean whether he's bowling to a left-hander or a right-hander, he obviously decides to bowl the away-going ball. For example, if he's bowling at a left-hander batter, he'll bowl his offies, and then if he's bowling at a right-hander, he'll bowl a little bit of seam up and also run his fingers across the ball to make the ball deviate away from the pitch to the right-handers. And even though there was a bit of a flourish from Nitish Rana, Venkatesh Iyer, and Andre Russell, it was not enough. They couldn't sustain the starts that they got and convert their scores into something substantial enough and also big enough to take their team past the line. And this is always a problem. When you field first, when you concede 190 runs, you spirits are going to take a little bit of a dent and becomes difficult. Yes, even though the chase looked engaging, it looked interesting, I, for one, felt that deep down the Knight Riders lacked conviction because everybody came out and looked to get runs. All right, the intent was good, but the methods and the body language did not look convincing at all. In the end, the Punjab Kings had a facile victory as well. even though there's a little bit of a surprise for everybody when a thunderstorm broke out and there was a bit of rain. The game had to be stopped, but they came back on and played the full game. But even before the match finished, there was almost a foregone conclusion that Punjab Kings were going to emerge victors. They've got off to a good start, and this is something that they need to capitalize on. The big advantage that Punjab Kings have in this year's IPL is that they got Shikhar Dhawan, who can be a very calm and composed individual. He's seen all that there is to see. Is tided over a lot of challenges in his cricketing career. He's also got over a lot of challenges in his personal life as well, which means there is a man who has seen it all, who's almost made it a habit of overcoming challenges which come his way. And that is something that perhaps Punjab did not have in the past. And hopefully, Shikhar Dhawan will go on to do something spectacular and create history in a great career that we all know that he's had so far. But there's always more that people would like to add to their careers, especially when a sports person is aware of the fact that the career is likely to come to an end sooner rather than later. As I said, it was a facile victory for the Punjab Kings, and the Knight Riders had to really try and go back to the drawing board and see what it is that they need to do to develop a combination that will fetch them results on a regular basis. But it's early days yet. These sites do take time, and night riders especially will be aware of the fact that this is a competition where even if you start peaking a bit late, you can really go on to win the championship. They did that in 2014, and they will be banking on the fact that all they need to do is that to try and keep their wits about them and not give up. Of course, I'm not suggesting a side should give up if they don't win the first game of the campaign in the IPL. But all these small, small things will add up, and it's imperative that the Knight Riders look at what they need to do and get going sooner. I hope you enjoyed my views, and as I always say, until I catch up with you next time, be good and stay safe.